But even with that aside, having to see the changes now, obviously Martin was one of the players we were looking at previously to how well they transition away from that Yoru-heavy meta. Similar questions with BBL, and of course, going to be looking at Lover's Rock for that one here as well, seeing how that suits them. Seen it on the other side in a similar position, obviously. But Lover's Rock willing to get things started here, and it will be Pacific on the attack.
Initial pressure through here from the paint shells will force BBL a little deeper. Pacific don't actually scale up behind the orb, though. Now finally doing so, but Valorant elsewhere has found Alorante removing that lurk early on here. Probably spurring Pacific on a little further.
Ooh, that Prowler did not catch Rose, so he gets to sit to this side. Kreven can kind of play him in a little bit, doesn't need to overextend.
Bait Rose really well here, actually. Flash doesn't catch, though. No information here. Probably an amount of awareness shown, but Spike has already made his way back over towards A. Now Cupid looking to find some space alongside Ninja.
Rock should be starting to be fully aware of this now. Yeah, everyone's over towards this side of the map anyway. And Seven's one of the X-Factor players for me. In the maps they were able to take away from some of the opponents previous to now left. During kickoff, he was instrumental. Now at this point though, BBL with 5 standing. Let's see if they can keep those protocols locked in here. 4 through CT it looks like. And it's all on site pretty much for Pacific.
Well, maybe the burst here on the back of the Neon, but Seven, good for the first two!
There he is! Right back in the swing of things, and CNED just going to double down into the 2v2, and look at the HP remaining for BBL. Loiter on 20, Kreven 22. CNED can do this all himself! God damn! For a second up and gone, it was BBL. They're still as deadly as ever.
Beautiful clutch up here between Loiter and Kreven, barely 40 HP between the two of them. Fantastic take from Pacific though, obviously a man down and Seven. Could find 2 crucial kills on the way out, but traded out so quickly. Not enough pressure coming alongside that. His Pacific will fall in the pistol here. Well invested round 2 here for BBL. Nothing on the side of Pacific. Wait to see if anybody upgrades a pistol here towards the end.
There.
Well, you note the star placed here. Maybe a bit of a brawl towards B main here. Seven. Force them deeper with the paint shell. Let's tap onto this orb here, bait out a few shots.
With Seven in mind, I do want to see the kind of evolution of this player, because we were quite impressed. I know you were certainly with him and his versatility.
Unfortunately, on Split was where he struggled. Obviously, on the KO previously. That's why I'm happy to see this composition change. Maybe something for him to stretch his legs a little bit, speaking of. So yeah, path straight forwards here. Lover's Rock going to struggle there with the Spectre at that range.
Poison's off.
This is getting a bit dangerous though. Pacific look like they're not quite sure how they wanted to then bridge that last gap towards Pillar. And BBL look pretty in control. Again, Cena does manage to do a bit of damage. A bit more would be great, but they're flying in there. They're not going to let that go too far. 2 players lost, not the end of the world. Well controlled in the end.
Yeah, that's why it's so exciting. We're just talking about, obviously, Seven here on the Raze. An opportunity for him to really flex out. Again, on the KO, you can be kind of self-sufficient, but you do still have to tick that box. I'm happy to see Pacific play around with that. If that's reflected across the rest of the map pool, that's something that's also very exciting to see. Come in here, round 3. So rifles in hand now for Pacific. And actually setting on a lesser purchase than what I was expecting on the other side from BBL, but a couple of shotguns in here. Stun going to force CNED back.
I was wondering how far LaRock was going to chase that down.
I mean, he was marked, but he was happy to stand up there.
And they're not really showing much fear, are they? You can still see that bravado in play. Now, it will take, I think, Pacific to humble them, though. That is something we're going to have to see if they can do. I think CNED, I want to see how comfortable he looks, too, because I think this was one of the maps where we saw a really disjointed approach on that waylay. It didn't sit well at all. He just didn't look like he'd got the reps in.
Yeah, we were just saying this right before. Yeah. It's a historic discussion with CNED not being able to reach the same sort of comfort that historically we knew he could on Jet. And that's what's disappointing to see, right? We even heard him talk about it himself.
Yeah, of course.
In terms of finding his feet elsewhere. And still hope for it, but it becomes such a pivotal part of some of these compositions on the waylay.
And this would be a lovely comparison in my mind as well of the kind of younger Turkish players of the likes of Lovers Rock who've shown real proficiency in one role and one agent. Can they pivot in the same sort of manner? Valorant is going to open up the account on the A site. Going to ferry that spike on through. Plant's going to be in.
Yeah, Rose desperate to try and get out there just to bolster the numbers a little bit in this retake, but caught there, maybe expecting a smoke to go up, but Cupid now in a position to play spoiler on this AWP, but shut down by Lovers Rock.
Yeah, a quick check on that. Seven was playing it before, and now seen it on the side. One, too clean on the first go of things, and unwilling to back away. And now it gets messy, now it gets dangerous. In a 2v1, Ninja last one alive, has problems. Diffuse started, messy on the shots. He still landed it. But Loiter.
He's on our bullets!
Right under his nose. BBL up to 3.
The bonus conversion here. Scrappy back and forth. Fortunately, it just takes Ninja so long to find that kill. Can't really pressure on. I think here as well, yeah, the gravity well is what catches Rose off guard. He's thinking that's going to be a smoke that blooms, but caught off guard here.
Standing.
Heartbreak here, because Ninja even swaps out guns. He picks up a gun
Yeah.
with 0 bullets left in it over the scene edge.
You like to see that. Happy to see that. And yeah, look at what's left of the purchase. Valorant on Hero Vandal, no armor. Shotgun with CNED. Rose just trying to keep a watchful eye on it and not fall foul to anything, but Rose doing really well, just catching on the spam. They are going to make it up towards Heaven though. But again, the purchase is going to be lacking. Seven's done really well to get Kreven. Maybe, I don't know if you could call it a recoverable weapon, but they're certainly going to give it a go.
Well, I think, did it? Yeah, CNED's got that rifle now from Ramp. It was previously on a Bucky, I believe. Pacific. How they get through the next layer of defense here. Team flash here, but Rose going forwards on the drive-by.
You don't give a damn right now. It's all looking good. Nice little problem solving towards Heaven there. Dog sent in. Yes, the flash caught, but still 4-0. Do we think, so far, eye test alone, right? It's early days, Mike. You might want to wait for this round and maybe a couple more, but they still look confident. Are they playing to their own caliber here, BBL? Or do you think they've toned it down a bit?
Yeah, definitely. I think that would be what you'd want to see out of an opening set of rounds for BBL, considering returning here to the EMEA stage. It's the buy rounds I look towards now, especially with ultimates coming online for Pacific. Can they assert their dominance furthermore? So Pacific might just have their sights set towards A once again. Not much success here, CNED. Feeling a little more confident about the dash up this time around, but a showstopper to follow this. Plenty of bodies in vent there.
4-7,
considering actually popping back up on the ropes, but wisely backing away from that.
I was a bit worried it might have just gone, you know, to the other side of pillar, or maybe backside could have been a blind catch, but not to be, which is a little unfortunate. And now the map gets smaller.
Aloante's got to be on red alert here.
Okay, just going to note they are in Heaven. That's all they're going to know for now. Dog going to come down, reposition safely towards the back of the pillar. Going to be checking towards main. Trying to maybe set up Loiter and the Rock. And Valorant.
Minimap?
I mean, you said it's got to be on red alert, right? And he was just not there. And that's where things could start crumbling, because that backline is no longer safe. Do they pivot
shoot? That's quite. He's got to be looking at the map there or something.
And Valorant is an aimer, right? Like, historically, he's been a player that we've wanted to watch kind of get to this stage, but okay, I like this call potentially from Pacific. Maybe feeling too much stress, but great timing on that flash. Nothing noted in Heaven. They're going elsewhere. That's got to be relayed to Kreven.
I think with him slipping a little deeper on mid, probably the awareness is there. Pacific will find a clean plant here, but numbers in favor of BBL. Decent util here, missing the paranoia though, but plenty of other tools to invest in this retake, and they have the control to wrap this.
Should have heard that step, I'd imagine, if you're Laurent.
Put Solo in here?
Oh, and yeah, Cupid's now in danger. Going to be hunted down, going to be trying to help out, but Seven swiftly handled. Gorgeous shots coming out from BBL. They are working this map and putting them in very uncomfortable positions. CNED had no chance. They're smothered and overwhelmed. BBL are back in business, baby. These guys look like they haven't skipped a beat.
The Seekers here, even catching the near side and seeing it. Not sure if there's an opportunity to deal with that for him to make. Again, it would require a miracle to flip this back in their favor.
Many enemies.
But yeah, maybe on the back of the dog here, Aloante's looking towards where his teammates positioned to maybe deal with that. Because like I said, he just doesn't fire a shot.
An enemy remaining.
An early timeout called here by Pacific. No surprises effectively being run over in these opening 5 rounds. Loiter up to 9-1 already. It's low-hanging fruit, but at
that's
this
all
point,
you can ask.
These slower rounds haven't necessarily suited them, and with how proactive BBL were in the previous there, they had so many opportunities, so many options, sorry, ahead of that retake, even getting started, to punish Pacific. Walk down mid here.
Yeah, you can see it on the mini-map. Just those players there exploring the space.
It's in this space, yeah.
And circling back around towards that B site.
There.
They got to take this offline. Cupid. Over towards B main. Lovers Rock still operator, unnoted.
Ooh, they're really trying to fax it out in middle, but the Rock going to take a lot of damage. He's still alive, fortunately, but gets away with that. But that's updated information now.
What do Pacific do with this? Still poised, ready to, I guess, take towards heaven here on the back of CNED's investment. I mean, it will be perfect. Here's what Rafters forced him a little further forwards. Ninja will catch Larocque.
Okay, now it gets a little bit more contested on site. But they've been stalled out again. A little bit of a slowdown. Loiter potentially on for 1. Doesn't get any more, though. Rose can try and feed into this, but again, the numbers good for Pacific here. This could be a lovely start for them.
Spike planted.
Rock with the operator, not all that nearby. Bounding his way closer. Pacific
Just
need
catches.
this. Oh no!
Alamante's going for the pit!
Not right now, that was just an opportunity gifted over. All eyes then turn towards that CT side. Burn! Outnumbered and outgunned, but can he catch anyone on the drop? I think he's seen one there.
Yeah, seen Cupid 100%.
Did he see CNED though? Was that relayed? Was that information there? I don't think it was. That's a surprise they didn't expect. And that's the first round for Pacific.
Alamanté just caught in no man's land here. I believe he was about to invest a bit. I don't know if he had it popped and ready to go, but it's a costly round in terms of investment, but Pacific finally on the board. Assist kill here. I mean, the switch back to the, yeah, he did. Alamanté was going for the pit to try and secure this. Finally, we'll post around.
So lucky trying to we still won.
Divide available now as well for Cupid, so still tools to invest.
You are divided.
You see it. Invested immediately here. Lovers Rock. Look at 7 for free at the start of this one.
Oh, I was waiting for a shot in the dark there to actually work out. But man to the good super early.
All a fake though.
Does Rose survive?
Oh, Cia's gotta be careful!
Dodged! Rose is so good at this! Just the
Spike
immovable
down A.
object on this site. Gonna take down 2 for his life and allow a slip through from Pillar here. Kraven can
Yeah, he
backfill
can
that
hear
space.
this. Larocque can hear all of this.
Oh, he's gonna know this surely. There was a glance from Ninja, but that's not gonna be enough. There's so many bodies to try and get past Cena, trying to posture up here towards heaven, but that spike is left down lower towards main, and Larocque's timing could be devastating. I think it's gonna be patience. This is virtuous. BBL instantly course correct.
Pacific unable to stabilize off that. Lose the follow-up round here. Still some money to invest, but only the pit remaining now for Pacific. We enter round 8.
Ended.
And Rose is able to just reposition ahead of this wall. I mean, there's just no hope of getting back through this once CNED burn up the dash. Can't really break those crosshairs being trained towards the choke point. And no pressure coming back through ramp either. So a Bucky and a rifle in the hands of Valorant once more. Rock certainly feeling a little more comfortable now. Look at these rounds, but
they're ahead.
Said that.
Does he get out with his life here? They're trying to chase him down, but it is a team affair. Kraven not going to let him fall on that, so Lovers Rock gets out with his life. And I don't blame them wanting to chase it down, but again, going to be hard to break in on those sort of moments.
He reposition back now, and actually only tagged down to 82, so he's still plenty healthy for the remainder here. Valorant only on a light shield as well, so can't really challenge onto a trade onto that scope. Reposition here down towards sewers. Rose still looking towards vents as well, so BBL are happy to tuck in here on both sides of the map.
Yeah, and they've still got that B main control starting to build as well, right? You look over towards where Lover's Rock is, he's got a bit of a deeper line on it. So he can free up the two other players on the B side, get ready for rotations if they need it. Currently being held, at least in place by Valorant, but as you said, there's eyes trained on the other side of vents. And that flash, once again, well-timed to confirm presence. It's going to be heard here. Rock actually going to get handled. 7 with a great start to things. Rose now on an island, all alone on the A site. There's no way you do this again. Trying to shoulder up, posture up, put to bed by Valorant, and Pacific doing wonders here. Finally getting through towards the site. Spike on the way, and the other 3 miles off.
Rock does have an ult to invest here. And now with some of these upgrades coming across into the hands of Pacific, could make this problematic. It swings back onto that.
I don't think it felt unnecessary. You still have those 3 players on the site that could have maybe been more of a thorn in their side, but now there's problems. Now they need to get towards the site itself, and they're falling like flies. BBL systematically clearing, Ninja trying to hold the line, trying to do something about it. Great swing! That's well timed. That was confident play there on the pillar. Finally working as a team.
She said timed to perfection. Great catch from Cupid to clean this round up. It looked dicey once that first player falls, and Lover's Rock's able to pick and choose where he invests. Sharp shooting from the back side here.
Nice!
The second round posted here for Pacific. 7 cycling back towards another showstopper. Seeing it about halfway too, so in a good position. It'll take a little more to break the funds. Lloyd to go forwards here.
Yeah, that's dangerous. He's got 2 out. Listen to Rock, making sure CNED's dead. And it's a swift reaction. Maybe compensating for a round loss. They go aggressive. Cooper gonna be needed again here, LaRock. Gonna get the rifle. A little bit worried someone might have slipped through somewhere, but no. That spike down. The last 2 for Pacific. Gonna have to somehow carve a new opening.
You've got numbers over this side of the map now. It'll be difficult for Alorante and Cupid to recover this situation. Rose would be the first, but Rose actually catches a glimpse. Gonna flash in, perfect.
Oh.
Revan actually doesn't get onto the angle quick enough.
Yeah, and that snake bite just a little bit too shallow, really. Doesn't quite hit the angle you were looking for. So, again, a little unfortunate just to work off the flash there. Felt really good, but maybe...
Krevin's still looking back as well, just in case they haven't noted the second player.
Yeah, maybe that was a little bit of hesitation to swing on in case that second player wasn't fully blinded on this. But the spike's still the biggest issue, right? It's still 30 seconds.
Yeah, I mean,
even if you get through heaven.
Yeah, they're going to tuck it now, hold on to what they've got. An opportunity to buy back behind this. 7 now, 1 away from a showstopper. CNED in the same position. This one will be decided by the clock. Turn of pace here for BBL. Aloyta, a little overzealous, but still delivers with 2. Let's have LaRock to come through and apply a little pressure alongside that. Pacific just caught totally off guard.
And I quite like those gear shifts, though, from BBL. And we've seen them do before.
It's what's always possible for BBL. They're happy to play both play styles.
Yeah, it's nice to see, and I think it's one of the biggest kind of key tools that some of the bigger teams globally have, as well as that ability to then kind of double down, right? That extra layer of pressure.
Their ability to be barbaric in certain situations, just fantastic to watch.
It's nice to see some killer instinct on it. You know, we see a lot of kind of cerebral, methodical play in EMEA. That's kind of been the name of the game for us historically, but seeing this new blood coming in that are willing to be a little bit hungrier, I said the barbaric approach at times, really doubling down on it, it becomes very oppressive for teams like Pacific to try and work away from that.
Zok taking control of ramp now. And the other thing as well, Pacific has struggled so much in the early round, they still need to figure out where he's positioned, where that safety net is in terms of the defensive operator. Tucked up behind this orb once more. We'll try and follow the boombot through. 7 actually going to commit to the satchel across, but doesn't path into mail.
No, and that's the Haunt gone, and that's the Boombot gone, right? So some of those tools to maybe pry out that positioning from Lover's Rock are burnt just to get middle. I get it, you kind of have to if you want to commit so much behind it, but still this then makes that break in towards Heaven on A really hard, or that pivot towards B quite difficult.
BBL are reading this perfectly, though. They're sending an extra player towards B.
Okay, CNED's going to get a little info, but that's about it.
And actually the audible called here by Pacific.
Yeah, Rose still waiting. Yeah, that's one. Doesn't need to do too much here. Should be able to depend on Lovers Rock, who's actually not landed it. But a quick re-glance from Rose. Gonna drop down another, so at 3v3. And oh, Loiter. That's a little ambitious. Good from Valorant. That's site secured. Plant should be next.
Put themselves into a safer plant here. Pit will go down on top. Pacific
Spike
might be able to
planted.
find this third. Still, Larocque and Creven looking to make a go of things. They find a spam into the pit here and potentially open things up for them.
Still got a Haunt with Ninja in case they feel like they need it as well. Got the C's there too. There's the Haunt. Gonna be dealt with by Larocque. Not gonna reveal Creven's position, but this feels like now all three are in here. Okay, can we mentally prepare for that? Larocque gonna take the first look, really, and it's quick. Ninja not gonna let it happen. Pacific really good there, battening down the hatches, making sure they do not lose a round like that.
The investment on top here just to secure showstopper. Came out from 7 as well. BBL to call a timeout here. Again, Lovers Rock, if he just catches this operator, kill on the cross. I mean, Rose does so well.
Nice! Let's go, bro.
Also provides some support, but it's just not enough. Initially, the read was perfect from
The gap closed on the scoreboard for the last two here. This is a huge, huge round or two now for Pacific. They need this one to get a good foothold into that second half.
Two very different half outcomes on the table here. Will effectively break the bank of BBL. If they can win this one out. I mean, yeah, it's going to be another broken bite to follow. It being the last round.
Lovers Rock would love to get some impact going down middle as well, because that has been kind of that starting point that's worked well for Pacific in the last couple of rounds here, is kind of exploiting through vents, trying to get that pressure.
Valorant is giving this space up now, and BBL are looking to go forwards. It's going to put Rose in a position to rotate as well.
Oh, that's not what you wanted. A bit of a mistake there, so 7 going to be rewarded. CNED on the site, and it's all falling to pieces. Messy from BBL, not what I expected at all. And Pacific going to take that with both hands. Oh, it's just fantastic for Pacific. You give them an inch, they'll take a mile, but I don't know what happened in mid there.
What the hell was that from Lovers Rock?
I know.
The boom bot just finding the opener here.
Take them when you get them.
Yeah. Weigh things out here. Tackle the plant across the Cupid. Get one away from the divide for the final round. But yeah, now BBL going to be struggling. Larocque's still here. I mean, CNED's, again, with the amount of time that's passed now, they know it's going to be somewhere unorthodox. A million miles away from his ult as well, and probably just wanted to hold on to this rifle, all things considered.
Would be nice. Going to be noted. A whole lot of respect shown, but again, also, don't really blame you at this point. And for him, it looks like he will be able to keep that rifle here. It looks, I don't think anyone's that nearby. I mean, maybe Cupid could get close-ish, but that time is ticking. Yeah, I think this one is going to be wrapped up with a boat. Well, that's 5 standing for Pacific, and as you said, a very different scoreline depending on this outcome now. Could be a 7-5, which gives a little bit of buffer room for Pacific.
What was he doing in
I don't know,
vents?
I want to see this again. If it was just a...
I mean, obviously here, the snake bite lands at the same time, but it's like, just get out.
Yeah, just leave.
Either get out or shoot the boom bot. Like, the only reason
there's-
you wouldn't there is to not show that the op has started in mid, but at that point it's like concede this, but they're happy to do it in other rounds. Just a bit of a fumble there. I mean, obviously it's not his fault the round is lost because they lose out on B site as well, but... What did Rose spot there? There's no ping down
I didn't score anything.
from
They
his
have-
side.
Oh, they've fallen for this one.
Can try and fake off this nightfall here. It's drawn an extra body. It's still decent rifles in the hands
You
of
want to
BBL.
fight
They
it?
can still fight this. Divide to be invested towards A now, and Rose has to go huge on these first couple of shots, but it's just tags.
Yeah, that's all he's going to get from this. And now you don't want to kind of feed your life into the blender, right? For no real outcome.
Can they get ahead of these other two players, though, for Pacific?
It looks like Lovers Rock's trying to, but again, it's going to be a weird matchup in this scene. They're trying to hold that CT space, but he gets dinked up and forced away, down to 16. Alorante is a little bit lower, but...
Lovers Rock's heard these steps as well. On the other side of the divide, he knows there's two players playing late on
There's
this.
the flash. Oh, he knows, he knows, he knows. Hold your nerve. Wait a second, and it's perfect for Lover's Rock. Now they've got to start building towards the site. Alorante was low, 7, low, CNED, last one alive, BBL. Clawing it back in the end, showing that discipline.
It's such a BBL round after a bit of a fumble in the previous year to just come out swinging for round 12, confidently taking number 8.
It will close at an 8-4 scoreline on the half. Pacific with enough to play with, though, can at least suffer through potentially a lost pistol here or there or something going wrong, but they don't have much buffer. However, what BBL do have is a superfan in the audience, which I believe we'll be hearing from with Nat in just a sec.
Nice! Bravo! Ciao,
Well, a couple of key rounds, though, that Pacific were able to navigate, right? They actually made a couple of goes of things. I get scared, though, because now BBL get to go on the attack, right? They get to set the tempo. They get to be as aggressive as they like, and Pacific better be ready for this. Wow, CNED is.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, CNED is. That's 2 big kills. They're going on the hunt. That could be a little risky, but I guess you got to try and get in their faces, as Lover's Rock and Rose are pretty low.
Down around 50 HP, CNED down to 10 now. Wisely backing away, desperate to convert here. The back of that paint shell, but the hard work is done. Don't allow Rose or Lover's Rock to find a way back into this. And they'll have themselves the pistol here in the second half. 2 players for Pacific still, yeah, just curious towards mid.
Oh, God, what a shot as well. I don't know if he heard the jump spot again and again through vent potentially, but regardless, great shot from him. Now a 2v3, kind of feigning that rotation, but CNED is on the case. And he's having an absolute round here. 1v3 Lover's Rock, that is a lot to do. Yeah, 35 seconds. I don't want to say it's done.
Well, they are heading towards 8. They're going to leave Alorante potentially solo. Waiting for maybe a sound cue on either side, but ready for a plant either side regardless.
Yeah. So we need mistakes. That's a simple factor.
Yeah. Safe plant's going to be difficult for him to hold on to.
Yeah, they are sprinting through heaven, getting there quick. And he does take at least 1, but that was very well done by CNED. What a great start in the second half for him.
The rock gets deleted, just way ahead of timing for BBL to scale up. They're actually able to get a perfect catch from him. Gravity wells as well, just keeping them in check. Win from 7. What a shot from Rose. That is outrageous.
Nice, man, bro. I like that, bro. I like that look.
Regardless. Number 5 on the board here for Pacific. The only one upgrade here in the hands of Larocque, a Sheriff in hand for him. Try and make use of something here in the second round.
Yeah, so Stinger's out. On the other side, it is just that Sheriff, right? So, for Pacific, you want to see as many standing as possible. Keep those players alive and ready. Keep those shields in a good spot. Maybe you got a decent opportunity into that bonus. As it stands, though, BBL trying to work the map for a sec here. Figure out something, see if they can catch an opportunity. But I quite like how deep Pacific is sitting as well. They're not really entertaining many chances.
You have to respect BBL in rounds like this. Question mark around the buy. Is there a scope out? Is there any other investment? So wisely done on the side of Pacific. Be given space in mid to play into here. 7's got to be really careful. There's a chance to overwhelm him here. It's just a stinger.
Ah, he's good with this one, though. Oh!
That's CNED with the catch.
Now that's pretty. That is very nice. Lloyd taking a call as well. Pacific doing wonders here. Shouldn't be much more to be found. Good round from 7. Yeah. Great build on the ult. And a nice bit of synergy with CNED there.
Rock just gets onto the angle a little earlier, and another gravity well. Just keeping BBL in check here so they can't scale up. It's a great catch from CNED just to bail out 7 on the reload. Pacific will open up with 2 here in the second half. Rifles in hand now, huge advantage for BBL. This is a tough bonus to convert. on the side of Pacific. And try and get a little proactive here towards Creven.
See if they picked a target. They're going to send him in. Creven trying to keep cool here, but he is in danger. Comes up in the corner, back out of the... Oh, there's just a flying step.
Yeah.
This is really good proactive work on the extremities. Taking the space, quick rotations. They need to try and hold on towards B, though. Easier said than done when you've got BBL flying your way. The rock under the gun, though. Cupid, great shot. Valorant on the swing. Pacific making something out of nothing. This buy didn't look that threatening. Loiter can't do it all. Brilliant, brilliant stuff.
Confidence on display from Pacific. Identifying Creven on the weaker side of the map. They rip him away immediately and then still win out on the other side. BBL unable to offset this with a fantastic shot from Cupid. And then Valorant, a second layer to this B site hold, absolutely delivers.
And I love seeing these well thought out approaches, taking gambles, taking risks in the right way, good intentions behind it, well executed plans. So BBL, a little bit of a reminder here. Yeah, they've got the read here, Pacific. Beautifully timed.
Another round where they're sat so deep to try and mitigate a risk of an awkward buy. As we can see, there is investment on the side of BBL. Try and find something in response here. Relatively absent so far in the second half. They could play Loiter in on the back of that flash. Be a huge paranoia, actually.
It really could be. There could be 2, 3 players potentially affected. The Prowler as a response. Trying to play in a corner. What are you going to get for this, though? They're already past. They're already flooded the site. Your boys are about to be in trouble. Tries to make it happen. Not going to work out. Already going to be caught by Cupid there. Keeping control of the back line. Loiter. 1v4. This is not going to be possible. Okay, no, we're good. I got a little scared when they started going 1 by 1. All good in the end, 3 alive. This is fine. Pacific look really good.
Heads up play from Cupid here to tuck into spawn, just to make sure nobody slips further forward on the side of Pacific. Really well done. I said, just knowing that BBL are going to try and scale up to ramp here on maybe shotgun stingers or something, just to catch with a spam. Really great stuff from Pacific so far in this second half. 4 rounds.
One more time, and he's not stunned, bro. I'm gonna freak out.
4 rounds unanswered. We'll tie things up 8 apiece here in map 1. Looking to make the same moves once more here, but Pacific now prioritize towards mid-7. Nearly gets the transfer.
I thought he was on the money, if I'm honest. I thought he was right there. As Rock wants to continue, but Cupid locked in, ready for it. Seeker's going to go down. It's a 3v4. This is such good work from Pacific, still keeping numbers up in this. Now, they've evacuated the B site. Bit of a trade-off of space. Catch on Ninja, so they should know that this site is now safe for the plant. But they've got to make this work far less.
Yeah, just trying to figure out if there's a lurk.
Scout destroyed.
Rose will get confirmation here, but it's all 4 bodies pathing up towards heaven.
Potentially good stall, though. Should be go time for that.
Very good stall.
They have to respect it. And there's still that worry and paranoia about that CT side. Considering the ult here. Doesn't fully affect Lover's Rock either. Timing now is a factor. Gonna note it on the horn. Time to try and play forward. Good trade from Creven. Gonna be looking towards Rose as well on the side here. Flash comes in. They're doing the best they can to buy these precious seconds. Rose has to buy the time, though. There's still gonna be a little bit of an issue on the side. No issue at all. Rose stands tall. They figure it out, and they make it happen.
Great play from Rose here. Able to clean up the back half of this post plant. 7, yeah, so close to finding the second kill. Keeper again. Finds a crucial engagement towards the rock. BBL finally post around here in the second half. Again, money has been built up by Pacific. Still a gap here. Ninja, unfortunately, will be struggling behind this. Ultimates-wise do have the pit, but Showstopper popped immediately here by 7.
Yeah, he sent them away, man. They just instantly backpedaled down to it. It's like, nah, don't want any of that. 7, no, come on, man. You're not meant to win that fight. It doesn't matter if they're stunned. You're good on your own. Now they're tentatively retaking the space, but it doesn't feel secure. Is 7 still around? Validity. Raise here. And maintaining space. Evan's got a weird spot as well, though.
I was going to say, yeah, nobody actually picking up the spike just yet. Loiter's got the TP anyway, so could probably plant the seed, but look at the walk down mid from Pacific. 4 members pushing forwards here. Cupid tucked into vents. BBL have no clue.
No, they have no idea what's behind
His TP,
them.
he's got a TP fast!
Ah, he's done for. Valorant gonna set it up. That's the spike down, and now there's problems to V3. And Ninja is on the defense here. He wants to keep that spike locked down. Lover's Rock trying to find him, man. He'd love to. Oh, he's taking it out! Oh, no!
Spike
And now
down.
Kraven
B.
in a 1v3. There's already a player towards mailroom. He's not even found him yet, but he's trying to make it through, but 20 seconds isn't much.
Yeah, I mean, he has to sprint towards the spike here to be able to have a chance to even find the plant.
I have the spike.
He'll be able
10
to
seconds left.
cover himself here with the orbit. Now he's got to swing out of the smoke.
Oh,
Spike planted.
it feels almost insurmountable odds,
Gone the right
doesn't it?
way.
Yeah, good choice. Okay, a little bit of stall. Trying to make something out of nothing. Oh, nice try. But even better for Pacific. What a start from 7 then, just dominant down middle.
And sort of focus here from Pacific for sure. Able to whittle away here at BBL's lead and tie things up again. BBL unable to stabilize. Cupid will have a divide here. Valorant does have a pit elsewhere. I mean, it's Loiter tried to TP that. Able to get it off in time. I said BBL had no idea what was waiting behind them. Looked to try and fake something towards B and capitalize on Kreven's early lurk. Even here, Larocque finding a response. Quite enough here. Lover's Rock goes for the spike here, but unfortunately picking up the Vandal instead. Very frustrating to lose. Again, you can't really account for things like a 4-man walk down mid like this from Pacific. Playing really confidently here.
They're playing lights out. This is so good. And BBL just on notice.
Cover going out.
What do you do now? Look how cautiously they have to re-clear middle. Flash in towards vent. He'll try and post up Larocque there. Trade up space though towards B main. Still going to have an eye towards that. Be careful not to get over one towards heaven though. That is a little bit of a concern here.
I mean, Larocque's got deep enough on the judge, but again, the awareness is there for Pacific to sort of mitigate that risk early on. The next question becomes, how do you scale up a little further than this? As I said, Loiter disconnected, but does have the TP. Got to be careful not to be caught in mid here. 7 potentially goes exploring.
That should be big info.
Big info.
They should be able to burst towards site here, but Kreven's actually going to catch Valorant, which is an issue. But Cupid, not considered. Now noted. Lover's Rock just going to catch it on the shoulder, and then Kreven's going to strike. It's actually worked very well for them here. Pacific a little bit behind the curve on this. It took some time to carve a path through, but BBL did find the correct footholds. to right for about 5 to 10 seconds, but now Pacific need to make it work on the side. They've given away there was a bulk of players, but LaRock just looked a bit, hopeful at best. Pacific mopped them up.
Cooper catching 2 kills when he tanks the stun as well. Insane round from Pacific, catching BBL on the other side of one of those mid-round calls. It's a miracle that Lloyd is able to find one here. First there onto Kreven, to follow up onto Rose. Great work from Cooper once more. Valorant here with a Bulldog to provide some support. Another round exchange, neither team stabilizing in the last 5 rounds or so. Pacific looking to switch up again towards Kreven. Ned will find it. Beautiful. Really proactive here from Pacific. Another example showing.
I'm just amazed at what we're seeing here, but Lovers Rock is still in the equation. Controls the B site, gets them a plant, but it's just even numbers now. Ult the Ninja 2, that's instantly going to be invested. Rose going to be noted, Loiter not. Now going to have to clear the horn. Loiter repositions as Lovers Rock takes a glimpse. Going to see them already dropping down here. Rose is in a bit of a bother. Ninja clears Lovers Rock. Rose on the swing. Brilliance from Rose. It's taken a whole lot to keep them in the lead.
Cleaning up with a 3K here.
He's having a big game.
Yeah, Rose, top of the board for BBL. Again, a much quicker decision here from BBL after they note the aggression on the other extremity. It is only Pacific one out some of these side holds in this sort of situation. Rose letting them know.
Oh, all right, we got a fiery game. Oh, back and forth, Mike. Look at that board. It's just the whole way in the breakdown. The economy for Ninja, for example, he's already down on that Sheriff.
Yeah, Ninja's got to be really careful here.
I've got your trail.
He would be the technically weak link, at least in the purchase front. Couple of ults here, one of them just invested towards middle, but this is pacey.
Kreven's got a pit here as well, so he can't just layer this on top of the spike immediately.
Lovers Rock's going to have his 2 after this plant. Actually, reposition on that, I think, for a second. Then plant's now in, so we have LaRock's ult, we have Kreven's ult, Lovers Rock ready to go if needed. Ned starting to try and clear. Outside of the ult would be LaRock, and it would be Loiter. This is going to be an excellent catch. And LaRock just takes that as a red flag to a ball, but put to bed by 7. They still need to get through. They still need to get towards the site itself. Can they start clearing? Yes. 7 starts to sweep in. Rose now gone, and you're looking at what's left on the site. Lovers Rock is here. Loiter is still
It's
around.
gonna fall.
Kreven's dropped. There's the reveal. Lovers
Oh,
Rock.
we got the trading places!
They've just exchanged places, but Lovers Rock stays going found. Ned finds him too little though. Too late. A Red Bull clutch based on time.
Drifting back and forth on the divide. BBL able to run the clock down in this post plant. A crazy exchange of ultimates. LaRock nearly got for his 7. This is in slow-mo, catching him. It looks as if Pacific are going to get close to at least this half here. I don't even think that first half would have made a difference, actually. I didn't catch the timing with what was going on.
Yeah, bloody hell. But look what's happened to the money now for Pacific. Oh, this could be guarding. Lovers Rock, you know he's going to give it after that.
They're baiting them in to come and find Kreven now, and they put Lovers Rock alongside him. Will punish this early aggression. Keep Pacific in check now. BBL poised to take this map 1. Stinger, a Judge, Sheriff, Bulldog on the other side. 7's one off the showstopper. That could be very influential. He's positioned over towards B main, so he'd need 1 for free. Speaking of, Valorant nearly given just that.
I thought Rose might have taken a bit more damage off it, but he's still all right. 89 HP isn't the worst in the world to come out of that. Where do they go? It looks like it's going to go towards A with that split through A main at least, but still got options.
Taking that back.
In the rotation. This could be really dicey. Spike heading towards fence.
Issue being if LaRock can show his face,
two in heaven.
Yeah, it could cause real issues because there's no sound over towards
30
heaven here
seconds
from
left.
BBL. They passed each other. They passed each other on the
This is
smoke.
bizarre. It's really bizarre. But Rose again. This guy's unreal. But now Seven gets to come into the matter. That's the spike down. That's the old rock. Tries
One
to run.
enemy remaining.
Can't get away. And Seven might be the miracle worker. 13 seconds. They can't make it, surely.
Wait.
10 seconds
I don't
left.
think they can make this.
I think
Seven?
No, he can't.
6.
There's not enough time.
Oh my God, Seven, you hero. There's no way you get this down.
Oh,
Seven, you absolute madman. That is brilliant from him.
I was expecting the showstopper maybe for a crunch into B main here, but finds it in Mail. LaRock passing the smoke at the worst possible time. What a ridiculous round here. The 7 to find. Absolute miracle. Oh my God, it's so close. It's so close. When he's like 6 seconds in heaven, I was like, yeah, no way. And he drops, I'm like, ah.
Holy, what a great game.
You get a weird buy on both sides here. I mean, Cupid down on the Guardian, Alorante still on the Bulldog. There's gaps on the other side. Everybody broke from this exchange over the last 7 rounds or so. But BBL not slowing down just yet.
Yeah, but it's all 5 towards A, and there's 3 on ramp. Seven gets his head taken off. The man instrumental to keeping Pacific in this is now dead and buried. CNED's still standing, trying to slip the net. Loiter on the case, sees him, drops him. BBL pulling out all the stops here. Ninja now noted, and there's problems galore. They're not getting what they need here. Lovers Rock with
Lovers
a miss,
Rock.
though. That's given them a chance. It's not big, it's not everything you'd hope for, but it's something.
Ninja tagged up as well. Still got to find some entry back onto site here. Loiter going to TP out.
Yeah, joining towards the back of the pillar. Good timing on the flash here. Alorante not going to get punished though, but noted on the drop at the minimum as he's still trying to get towards the back of screens. Swings it, gets it. LaRock gone, 3v2.
Time.
Alorante and Ninja still alive. Down to Rose, down to Creven. Rose, he's been exceptional. And he has to be again, but too little, too late. 13 to 11. What an exceptionally good first map though. Both sides bringing out everything.
Easy to say this is just a comfort thing, but in certain situations there, it's not as if he wasn't able to get himself into situations he would have with Yoro. It was fumbly.
Yeah, that was, I think, the best way to put it. But I don't think I'm completely worried yet. I need
Certainly
to see
not,
this
no,
one, right?
no.
If I see him looking completely out of sorts on Jet, that would be bizarre to me. We'll see. On the attack will be Pacific. On the defense, it will be, of course, BBL. And already, it's pretty direct, and it's all on the site here. Okay, so far, the only one to really answer back for BBL was Creven finding Alorante. Otherwise, Pacific have the keys to the castle. Should be looking up for that plant. Lovely kind of space take, pause, and then go for a little bit of a brawl afterwards, secure the site itself. More flash to be played with. But again,
Oh, spot here.
that's actually a big bit of info. He's not alone in this endeavor. He does have help, but they're swinging on him, man. There's no getting out of that. Pacific playing as 5 here. And a really good, clean, simple approach towards the B side.
Cooper again firing up. They're quiet to start to split for sure, but a couple of clutch kills from him. Ability to get himself in the thick of things for Pacific. I think you're right here, clean take. Sure, a moment for BBL to fight back. The engagement goes firmly in favor of Pacific. Investment once more here from BBL.
Again, I was just thinking about the end of map 1, how fired up they were.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
It kind of went from like, hee-ha,
Oh,
to
but
like,
yeah,
oh, they're
Pacific
giving something here.
Probably coming into this feeling now pretty confident about themselves.
Overall, like, bigger picture, I know you're obviously going to be a little bit like, you know, not sour about the loss, but you've got to feel like you had a real shot in that one. It was on a couple of rounds here and there. It took some mad moments. I said like, oh, 7 just like denying it by like a couple, like less than a second. This back and forth, absolutely brilliant. But now, can they stick the full landing? It was a lovely idea, but again, if you lose 2-0, it kind of gets lost in the weeds when you look back at the stage. CNED, I mean, you roll back the years. This was his playground. This was his bread and butter.
Stomping ground.
This was the one where the best anti-strat to anything was avoid him.
Yep.
That was the best
Find out
thing
where
you
he
could
is
do.
and go somewhere else.
I mean, Steel would tell you that one, and it did all right for him. God, he's still good with it. I told you, it's his playground, man. Look, again, they are only on pistols, so I can calm myself down, breathe, etc. But again, there is a reason he was good at this. Still got a nice little rhythm to it. Trevor, easy. Unlikely to do much about this, but a good confidence builder for CNET as well.
Go forward here, either find the kill or die. We'll get him one off the Blade Storm very early on here on Breeze. And it will be the kill. Number 4 for him. In zone flawless here for Pacific in the second. They can ride this wave. CNET can be the driving force. Again, the discussion of comfort goes out the window here when he's back on the jet. Terrifying stat there. Their kickoff Breeze face off. Rose won 50% of his clutch attempts. And again, an insane map one from Rose here today on Split. The one you'd probably put towards the top of the pack, but certainly delivered for them.
Very much did. And this, again, simplistic approach worked really well in the initial pistol. Flash in, dash in. I mean, we're rolling back the years, but CNET, that's probably pretty happy for him. But Kreven gonna manage to punish off the reveal. Now Love's from all swing. It's messy, but Rose again. I don't know how he's getting so many bodies to drop, and it is just a bloodbath over here. Cupert comes out alive and breathing, but now with no any teammates left alive around him. So, BBL managed to make it through that one.
Yeah, costly. 3 falling here, only 2 rifles maintained. Pacific gonna feel pretty good about the overall financial situation. Those does really well, even snapping back onto the backside of the wall.
Crisp, clean,
Yeah.
hitting the flusher. All right, we do have Operator out for CNET. Man, there's something about that sentence, Operator out for CNET on Breeze. It feels nice. He's on the jet here, 5-1. If he ends at 5-1, I'll be very sad. Up we go.
BBL actually happy to tuck Lover's Rock pretty close up here. We noted here, at least suppressed. Now, can they figure out exactly where that is? Yes, they can. 7 and Ninja both finding kills here. The Rock find the response to CNET. Struggling here.
Gun here.
God, this is just brutal between the two. Was struggling, now no longer. Ninja gonna get the 3 out of that, and Pacific look good, but also this just looks very brawly.
You should expect BBL to come out on top of, to be quite honest with you. Here, Rose caught in a bit of a crossroads to try and bail Lover's Rock out. He ends up just popping out of the smoke. Pacific will lap this up early on in Breeze. There'll be a Sheriff and a Hero rifle here for Lover's Rock, yet to get on the board. Sin at 0-4. Dash out here to try and pressure towards bottom mid.
Feels pretty predictable now on the extremities. Kreven, you'd be lucky to get away with this. Yeah, it's absolutely not happening. After that flash and attention in middle, you kind of
Yeah.
going to be predicting that someone's making a push somewhere, and it's already been caught. So comfortable beginnings for Pacific, and as long as they can make sure they don't walk into a 4-man stack or 3-man stack, they should be fine here. But no real hurry. For BBL, not seeing much of an activation yet for Lover's Rock. I think he's yet to get off the starting blocks either, which is a bit of a brutal beginning for him. It was a little quiet. He's already had a look through B main, so I think we know where the bulk of the approach is coming from on the A side now.
Got to start making moves here if he wants to have some impact with this rifle. It's only Rose spotted here
Get out of my way.
on the drone, but Blade Storm to come through here for CNET to pave the way for Pacific.
Yeah, they're all trying to get towards him though, and Ninja's going to find the rock. So numbers so far still looking good for Pacific until this moment here. Rose chipping away a bit, but look at the HP. 7 low, Ninja low, and Alorante sitting pretty safe here. And they find a pressure point. Royter looking. Pretty far in advance here, but well handled.
Really rough fight, yeah, Ninja.
I've got to say, he looks very comfortable here.
And really far forwards in that downtime, just as the spike goes down. Hunter's Fury and a TP available now for Pacific. Very, very comfortable here in this opening stretch around. BBL actually going to call a timeout ahead of this buy. Lovers Rock will have an operator in hand. So just missing one for...
That's what I want to see from you, Memo. That's what I want to see from you, bro.
Rock's no command and one for the pit for Kreven. So good situation for BBL to maybe get themselves back into this, but be the deciding factor for BBL. Well, sorry, for Pacific against BBL, who are obviously struggling to maybe find their footing once more in some of these comp changes. And not to come back to it, but Lovers Rock, slow map 1 for him, and yet to get on the board here.
Toxin screen down.
As we enter round 6. But operator in hand for him. We'll start seeing some value from this investment. Pacific anticipating further aggression post timeout here. There's a number of times on map 1, a good read of both the finances and the intention of BBL.
So it's the wrong read either, necessarily. We can see it. I mean, mistimed slightly. The fact that Lovers Rock does get this deeper line for free now does allow that kind of commitment from Rose over towards A.
Allows Loiter to transition away as well, but again, Pacific's still very hesitant here, cautious. Loiter finally making moves this way. Probably going to time this perfectly on the... Actually, a good catch here from Rose. Can he convert? No, it's just damage for Hunter's Fury to try and slow things down.
30 seconds left.
I'm starting to run away from Pacific, though. No command going to be available now.
Yeah, they are actually starting to struggle here. This is going to be 20 seconds on an execute, but 7 again going to find Loiter. Lovers Rock's here. Kreven going to put his life on the line, and it's going to be just trying to get that spike on the site. 13 seconds. Even though you are in a, what, 2v3 technically. 8 seconds now. LaRock doing some serious work here. Cupid trying to find him not to be. BBL, they got close there. With the time kind of determining the outcome a little bit, forcing the hand from Pacific.
Even with an early read here from Rose on the Hunter's Fury, just to post in. It's a great hold on the site here. 7 flashing out, or gets caught trying to push towards default here, and I believe actually even Paranoia connecting perfectly.
10 seconds left.
Double doors. LaRock still finds the second here onto Cino. BBL up to 2 now. Pit and no command available for them. 1 away from both the Divide and the Blade Storm.
This is much earlier for Lovers Rock, though. Okay, that time he didn't overextend either, just kind of holding where he was.
It hadn't actually been noted, other than that round that Pacific aggressively take towards mid and pressure Rose off of... Well, actually jumping out of the smoke, sorry. So pressure off the smoke. He committed into it, yeah.
Speaking of Rose, a little bit of a trade out potentially here. Now this hands out, so it will be seen. And they're going to know Ninjas there as well. In the meantime, that's a brilliant win, actually. Kreven finding Valorant kind of really gives you a good idea of what's happening on the map. I guess the unknown quantity being, I guess, 7 at this point. Everything else has been considered. And you're in a 5v3. And it feels like patience and discipline is the answer here for BBL, is sitting deeper. Yes, you'll allow Lovers Rock to go for maybe a bit of a start and then fall back to site. Not give too many biffs down middle.
I mean, they are giving this up already. I'll try and maybe...
Love a save.
Yeah, I love a 40-second save in particular.
How's your day?
Yeah. Now, what's going on the map here?
Oh, let's get this.
Start drawing things.
30 seconds
Save
left.
right there.
Yeah, that's not a zoom, though. Got a zoom.
Oh, excuse me, you're right. Oh, we'll hit that up. There
you go.
That's a save. That's a
If
save.
you missed it, yeah.
I'll run it back for you. Do I have more tools? Oh, zoom circle. No,
I mean,
this is a
Pacific
risky move.
probably have to make a
10
decision
seconds
early
left.
on here now that BBL have found their responses. And that's more towards a traditional site take. And we don't necessarily have the benefit of some of these ultimates now being off kilter for them. Alarante's being the next, really catered towards a bit more of an execute, but... Well, no, actually the response now is to pressure back towards Lovers Rock. Another timeout called by
BBL.
BBL. I'm not sure if that's right, but
I would pour in that pistol, and then I think it was in the bonus as well, potentially. Again, just want to see what they go for. This seems like a bit of a read as well from Lovers Rock, an adjustment on beginning.
yeah, I mean, look at the pings here. These are tailor-made to finding Lovers Rock towards top mid. Spam into the smoke here from Lovers Rock will be noted here. So Pacific with an upper hand as such early on here.
Round 2 of the fight starts out. And he is committing on this one. Bold. Yeah, no, I think that was a little bit too far. Unnecessary to go for that.
Especially with support close by in the form of both Rose and Larocque. Be a little overzealous here, but the advantage carried across now for Pacific.
I guess the silver lining is Larocque's positioning.
Obscuring vision.
But if they continue going towards B, if they feel not enough resistance or they don't respect it, what does it matter? Valorant, he's just caught Rose looking through double doors. They're winning out in all these fights. And again, it's almost pulling BBL into these mid-round fights here, taking glances where they don't really need it. And it's once again giving Pacific this lovely opportunity to slowly
Recovering it.
chip away. Now,
Larocque is behind this immediately.
Oh, that's rough, isn't it? That ain't pretty. Another chance and another denial. Pacific winning out in every fight here. There's Creven left in a 1v5.
Well, I was going to say it would take a lot, but he's going to take the op and dip out there. Pacific able to convert this advantage on the back of Lovers Rock. Get so eager to find something with the operator. Again, teed up for a freebie previously onto Cupid.
I just don't think we need to be digging that deep at the start there.
I mean, it's evident he's desperate to find the same sort of impact he did previously on Yoru. See, map 1 struggled in a number of high-pressure situations. But here, making some bizarre decisions.
Yeah.
Again, the timing on the smoke as well. Up towards Nest that Rose just has to respect, right?
So ready for it. Yeah, Pacific just very ready. I think that's my frustration, is it becomes a bit choreographed, that you're wanting this mid-round information, and you're putting bodies behind it this way, and you're just going to get picked off, right? This is kind of how Pacific have been working this map. I thought it was going to be a really kind of, I guess, stark change-up from Pacific. It's not. They just kind of got what they wanted again. Let's see what Lovers Rock does. I really don't want to see him overextend here. Unnecessary, trying to find those opening picks. 7 as it stands. We are seeing a focus on A.
Everyone will be tasked once more with holding down the fort here. He's a million miles ahead of the next player. Flash off the corner here. Going to be able to slow things down with the snake bite as well. 7 looking to just go right on through here.
Yeah, the only difference maker could have been Lovers Rock above that then, but now, and straight through!
Oh!
Craven! Stunning shots there. Lovers Rock in unison. He's seen him. Bye-bye, Cupid. Nice try. I appreciate it. I appreciate what you tried. For an in-zone flawless and a brilliant bit of stopping power from Craven there.
Brings it now within 1 round. Pacific look to roll the dice a little bit. Gamble their way into A site, but Craven, good for the challenge. I mean, even with the support here from Lovers Rock on the Blade Storm. I love this.
You can't blame him. I don't even blame you for it. I just didn't know if there was maybe meant to be a second flash through that smoke on site, if they were meant to do it at the same time when you saw maybe CNED there.
7 the second guy to pull it? I couldn't even remember which order he fell in.
I think 7 was first and then CNED fell. Oh.
Wow. If he starts just dry swinging
cool.
now,
that's
I mean,
cool. I take it all back. I take it all. Do you know what? That's on me. I wasn't familiar. I should have been after the Yoru run, but that was one shot. Maybe another. A little bit trickier at this point now. Got punished doing that before. Different angle, of course. This roaming pack of players looking to punish. But this time more disciplined from BBL. They're letting, I guess, Lovers Rock make a couple of moves here, but they've still got to really hold deep on these sites.
Well, Lovers Rock, unfortunately, has got right onto this angle early enough. He's going to catch, potentially. Oh, that's all good. 7 able to catch on the back of the drone.
Yeah, but do you expect Rose? Yeah, they're still doing it. They're going through these lovely motions. There's the flash I wanted in that previous
7.
round.
So
Beautiful.
good with these pops out of the smoke.
That
2 back to back.
Spike planted.
Not done just yet, though. LaRock nearly catching a spam.
standing.
Ooh, dear, 7, man. He's on a heater here.
Well, now it makes it awkward.
This is a very tough defuse. Very tough. I mean, he's not made the wrong choices. And he's actually
No
made
way. No
incredible
way.
choices. And he's going to try and stall him out. He wants half it. He's got to get to work, though. Ninja, the bounce, going to reveal. Oh, the bait on the barrel. Oh, it's a lovely shot, though. I don't think he'll make the
he's not got
difference.
it.
Clutch.
Oh, yeah, it's got it! Oh, I thought it popped! I thought it popped!
Oh, look at the time that was left.
Oh my God!
What in God's name is that?
That was absolutely outrageous from LaRock.
Oh. Just-
Calm as you like on one side.
oh.
That
Jesus.
was mental. I didn't think he had that.
I didn't think he had it.
It looked as if that first ring had closed, but right back to it here. Pace change for Pacific.
Good stall, though. Really good stall. Ninja's trying to pop. Whoa! Oh, man,
Spike
what is
noted.
going on?
Spike noted on the other side as well. They know it's a fake now.
Confidence does something to this team, and it just scares the life out of me. You're not meant to be winning those 1v3s. You're not meant to be getting a 2-for-1 discount like this.
I got the spike.
And Pacific were doing so well. What are you meant to do with this? 1 minute still to work with, but oh, it's uphill.
They've been looking to maybe slip through further on mid here, but again, with nobody making moves once more, they might just opt to hold on to these guns they have. Obviously, it being round 11. They have the TP to bring in. 7, just 2 away from a null command. The other side is only Loiter with a divide. You're absolutely right. It's BBL just again looking to flex on one of these rounds that they had no right to win.
No.
And then they stamp out this early aggression so well with Lovers Rock finding a collapse just to decide the round.
Yeah, that's done. Wrap it up. Get ready for next. God, and I actually feel a bit for Pacific in this because so many of these rounds are just X Factor rounds, aren't they? I mean,
yeah, BBL
jeez.
rounds.
Yeah, yeah. Lower neck. Just wants to keep hold of this rifle, really. And I think he will be able to at this point. But, you got to work for these wins, don't you? It feels like we're getting a bit closer to that map 1 style, which is what we wanted, but 6-5, BBL have clawed this back after a dreary start. I mean, bloomin' heck. Yeah, he didn't even know there was a second.
It's so awkward as well because they're just creeping onto this angle, and Lovers Rock is taking it pretty late as well. And they want to try and garner some sort of control or the ability to, I guess, springboard immediately out of main, but a massive risk. It's punished here. Pace will continue here for Pacific though.
Oh, that's nice for CNED. Good catch on Krevin there. Lovers Rock still present. Potentially read this. Yeah, the Rock seems very aware, but man, he's got a lot on his plate, but he seems to handle it very well. His timing's right. First victim, but the shot's not there. A bit of a mess on that one, not what he would have wanted. Rest of BBL getting closer though, herding them forward. I don't know what Cupid thought. I don't think he had that space there. And now they're just getting surrounded.
They get wrapped.
Yeah, that was just real nice from Rose as well. Divide there, he can speed up. And they close it with the advantage, 7-5. I didn't expect to see that scoreline after how this one started. It was 4-1. And I think we've got a little bit of a treat coming up for you in just a second. We're going to be hearing what BBL learned from Santiago.
Spike down A. 1 enemy remaining.
It is done.
winning EMEA kickoff, like when we promoted to Tier 1 as soon as possible, maybe I can say. It feels amazing, but in my opinion, like we were expecting that, like when we were playing each other, like for the tournament, and like we were talking about that, guys. If we play like ourselves, I think it's gonna be easy for us. We played against Pacific and Fnatic and Vitality and M8, and like for those matches, we knew we can win that matches, and like when we become a champ, like it feels, how can I say, it felt amazing for me. But as I said, it wasn't unexpected like for us.
I feel better for the future because
It was a hard uphill struggle, really. I mean, they met some big boy teams.
The discussion was around like, will they be humble? I mean, they certainly weren't humbled, but it was more of a reality check, right? They really struggled in terms of, I guess, a little bit of diversity in terms of the teams they played against.
America's had their number.
What's important is that they come back here and they're able to reset back to the sort of confidence they had at kickoff. The approach to the game that was a fresh breath of air, to be honest,
it was.
The region in general.
It's because we kind of asked the same question towards the likes of Mates as well, right? Can they keep that sort of bravado
hang on,
up?
Rose might be caught with a spike here. He's got to be really careful.
It's a bit dangerous. I'm just keeping my eye on that.
How is he getting out?
He's a lucky boy. And Cupid is not having any of that luck, really. He doesn't want to entertain that. Bounding forward, and yeah, what were we hoping for there? A little bit cavalier about it all, but Plant's in play.
It's not a full open Plant though for mid. There's going to be a corner stuck behind this. The Loiter. Yeah, I was just saying, Krevin now going to come back in. Loiter on his own now.
Yeah, this is brutal. 2 kills for Loiter throughout this first half. It's not been a good start for him. He's got a lot to deal with, and not a lot of time. Oh, he's actually ring a rosy. Hold on. Okay, there we are. Pacific using the numbers well. Gonna get on the defuse and get the first in the second half.
Hasty approach here for Pacific. Running down Rose to try and catch him here, but it's the spike being left that becomes really awkward for them. Able to actually get away with that, but then they can't actually get themselves onto site here. Alorante and Cupid both finding crucial kills to trim the fat. The BBL make it easy for this. Late drift back onto B's site to pay off. You can see investment here for Lovers Rock and the rest of BBL actually.
Look at that.
Yeah, 3 Bulldogs, a Guardian on the side of Pacific. Do they get caught off guard here? They did have a very solid understanding of the buy previously on Split.
Alorante just called something out. I think he knows very much that they are coming this way. And they've given up the site here. Now, do they pre-take or do they respect it? Dart goes in, doesn't give them too much.
Spike planted.
So for now, they've let that one kind of fall away. But this post-bomb becomes a little bit difficult to a degree, right? Stingers, Sheriffs can do a bit more work in this. Trying to play in Lovers Rock. How much can he get here? He'd need a bit of help from Kreven. And well, Kreven's fallen. Oh, it's gorgeous from Lovers Rock, though. Big upgrade, but 11 HP. There's the trade out. Needs the rest of the boys now to come into the equation. He's trying to be tricky with it, but T-Ned catches it. Flash there. BBL, can you keep control of this? Pretty deep off site now. Gets tricky. Gonna need to get that shock dart going. Gonna need to try. And they do! BBL making something out of nothing, and T-Ned running out of time, running out of options. He's gonna try and he's gonna try and it doesn't matter. They've done it again, BBL. Turning it on its head.
Well, definitely caught off guard by this purchase. Alorante with the early info, but BBL able to actually stick the landing here. Lovers Rock with 2 crucial kills. When the catch from CNET is a blessing here, but
Last player dead.
the spam just landing right inside this smoke.
Crack them down.
Certainly not letting their foot off the gas just yet. Still 2 rounds to the good for BBL. Now, certainly with more of an opportunity to take the fight to Pacific, be a little more decisive here in terms of tempo. Probably built around Lovers Rock and his early progress already towards the Blade Storm. Loiter just one away from the divide as well.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that. I was looking at Lovers Rock, I'm like, oh, they could get those knives on early, but yeah, you're right. Loiter right there with him on this. On the other side, seeing a decent progress too. Ninja not a million miles off. BBL need to show a little bit of caution here. You don't want to be going into a stack. Going to invest for this. Loiter. Outside to catch a couple. That's going to be the ult ready to go if necessary. That's very early. There should be 2 more players considered. Now a third spotted though. So it gets dangerous. Rose is a bit vulnerable here. Could be chased down again. This guy, he's so
slippery,
lucky.
man.
I don't know how he's living. And by this though, you've got to turn tail and get towards that B site. You can see the Pacific are desperate to try and hunt them down, but as it stands, all good here. It didn't feel that safe, but they keep full standing.
Get the plant down as well for an extra point for LaRock towards the null command. Very good foundation here for BBL to potentially find double digits. See, they're going to have an operator in hand. Something to maybe offset that. Kreven, scope of his own. There are a couple of light shields to potentially punish here. BBL, can they continue this trend and effectively convert what would have been a bonus a little later on? But
Yeah. Well, there's that divide. God, they've drawn everyone on this.
big amount of the knife as well, though.
Yeah, Valorant, oh, the timing on the jump up, just a little bit unfortunate almost. 7 trying to get here fast. The paranoia good, though. Going to catch Kreven at the very least. Do they know about Loiter? They do now. Rings the bell as Cupid falls 4v3. And yeah, the drop on that, the timing just on the money. I've seen it, Ninja.
Yeah, he was looking for that shot through the wall there.
Oh, God. Seen it. Might you be just happy to keep it?
No. Yes.
Need a little sign. Ooh. All good. All good, but not good for Pacific, really. This is a bit of a tough one, right? It's
Yeah, I mean,
take
'cause
stock of things.
look at what's left here. CNED hasn't been able to get the Blade Storm, so he can't really cycle a weapon across. It's going to throw them off kilter now in terms of the buy and potentially give
They're
them a
going hunting.
weird decision to make. I mean, if they hold on to this here,
Yeah.
BBL at double digits now.
Yeah.
2 players saving really causes some issues in terms of stabilizing. Whether or not they opt to force up around what's saved here. But the reason being the scoreline here. BBL go to 11, then they're back on a save. But another weird half buy. And forcing up Guardians around this.
Here we go. It's kind of one of those do or die sort of moments, right? You're going to buy what you can, try and buy around what was saved. Maybe get Ninja's ult online, maybe get something else to support it, but BBL, wind in sail. I should indicate this could be pretty pacey. 3-2 split coming their way. Stunner from 7. Cupid needs one, doesn't get it. Kreven there just bulldozes forward, but 7's holding the line. He's done enough to deny them. Catch him mid and a spot in mid, but oh, that was ambitious, CNED. The Rocks put you to bed on that one. This would be a 2v4 they'd convert, if they do.
Yeah, I mean, Loiter's going to play spoiler on this. Rose will get potentially an open plant, but he's still a little cautious.
Yeah, he's taken the long way. And with that time, that internal sort of monologue to yourself is starting to have that question of where are they going. Loiter. I mean, yeah, okay. About 3 too many there for him to handle. And Rose's opportunities are very slim. Hard to manipulate this with 3 players. You'd need one of them to make a mistake, give a chance open to you. He's been pretty clutch, though. 1v3 is really tough. Especially when you've got 7 alive ninjas there. Alorante, infamously mechanically gifted. You can see the concern on Rose there. He doesn't know how far they've progressed with that. Already Dark coming in, allowing him to reposition.
Yeah, I mean, clearing back through main here, it could allow Rose an opportunity. I mean, he's just going to tuck in. Not going to look to catch anybody here. They'll still have util to work with, but it's going to be awkward here in a 1v3.
Now, that is not all she wrote. But now he's off the angle. Tough to deal with. Trying to toy with expectation. Can't get past all 3.
Lifeline for Pacific.
Massively so.
In terms of the bigger picture here. We get the null command available.
That's big.
1 away from the Hunter's Fury, 2 off the pit. Very good position to be in here. Crispy shots from 7 to find 2. Valorant with a great catch as well, actually not allowing Larocque to slip away from this. The buy is still going to be there, semi-protected, especially with a Blade Storm of their own on the side of BBL. Maybe looking to replicate that split once more. They flash in here with a reveal behind it.
Blocking sight.
Still 2 players here, 3 players here for Pacific. This is wild. Loversrock, you're about to get a lot on the play here. It's Messi, Larocque with 2, 7! Answering back in kind, quick press, quick swing. He is still fighting, but it's a 3v2. The numbers are still there for BBL. They're on the site. They're looking for the plant, and Creven looking to catch Cupid. Spots him down toward middle. Loiter gonna even catch a glimpse of Valorant on 10 HP. And they've just taken the time to hunt him down. For Cupid, it's an uphill struggle. Rose was in a similar position before, and I think it might be curtains on that one, just see if he can keep the op.
You can see, I mean, Valorant down at 350, CNED at 600. They're still in a weird spot in terms of the finances. BBL able to explode back into double doors, 7 shining in that situation. Once again, it's just not enough. Even able to stick the res, I believe, onto Larocque in that engagement. BBL finding 11 here.
It just feels like a war of attrition at this point, right?
Yeah,
When you get to
I mean,
11
I'm looking as well at
the
Creven's potentially going to find a pit here in the next round. Got a Hunter's Fury, got a Blade Storm. Some big tools at their disposal to get this one across the line.
It's really hard for Pacific from this point onwards. Okay, they do keep the op. That is going to be kept in check. Gosh. Surely a timeout for Pacific here.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's got to be ahead of this. Talked about the previous being crucial, but this one even more so.
Oh, God.
That's mental from the rock, by the way.
This. Both of them, right? Just blow for blow here. That was just... It's a treat to watch. I know if you're a Pacific fan, that's probably going to sting a bit, but...
Again, similar to what we were saying yesterday, right? You come into this with a very tough...
Line here, we're seeing a couple of their players really find their footing. Loversrock, for example, had a brutal start in the first half. Now, looking much better, but at 11-7, the scoreline is the big factor here. Still with a purchase to play with Pacific. We go back in. Oh, an instantaneous Hunter's Fury, and BBL gonna find 2. It's CNED trying to make some magic happen. He's in the right place, but Loversrock is waiting. He's got his number down to a T. We've seen a TP like this before. Cancelled last time.
Oh, no.
There we go, okay. That's 3v2. I guess you got to pull out all the stops now, right?
We would get an upgrade here for sure.
Gun here.
I'm gonna opt to hold on to the rifle, maybe go for a Vandal instead. Rose will get the plant.
Deploying drone.
Pause for thought here. She showed towards the drone here. Ninja's able to get ahead of it, but Loiter to shut that down. Just Cupid now in a 1v3.
Yeah, and isolated by the fragment. They couldn't really build together. It's 12 rounds. And the war of attrition looks to be potentially won here. Pacific, it's now back to the wall sort of stuff. This is very difficult. The buy is not going to be brilliant.
Funky as hell now.
Yeah. Oh, they've got a couple of ults, though, so maybe they could do something with that.
Valorant does have a pit, 7, an old command, CNED with a Blade Storm, so you're absolutely right. An opportunity for sure, but trailing by 5 here. Loversrock able to take his spot back at the top of the board. Poor BBL. Certainly hit his stride here in map 2.
That's the early note on the Blade Storm as well. CNED going to be seen, and I think 7 noted at the same time, so that might give away a bit of the idea. Loversrock, though, slow progress, steady. Be careful around that corner. Much slower round now. There's question marks across the map, causing Ninja to go and have a little bit of a look down middle. We're just trying to set some of these players up, set up CNED to get a bit of something going. Oh, the timing here is going to be pretty tough. There's 3 players in mid. Up against 2, CNED over the wall. It's not good.
What?
The judge, that's what's going to do it. A judge and a sheriff are the key components in taking down BBL in this round.
Got to fight to get the spike back now. Rose and Lovers Rock a little disconnected from this. Gonna take a miracle to dig it out of this spot. Still looking
Maybe
to see
gets
Ned.
2. You're on for the angle.
30 seconds left.
Okay, Lovers Rock, 1v3 with an op. Just don't line up. There we go. Pacific, even with less, making it count. Up to 8. Do it again.
I mean, you got a few more times, to be honest
Do
with
it
you.
again. How's the buy for BBL? Are they still all right? I think they should be, but...
Sitting fairly comfortably, but they've not got many more to give away in this situation. The Rock just gets his wrist broken by CNED.
Oh, both POVs.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Nice slow-mo on this one.
Oh, yeah.
Lovely
Generational
stuff.
hater
Yes.
from the replay ops. Okay, early knife. Not going to be too much of a problem yet. We're going to note 2 close by. So we're going to leave Lovers Rock on his own. Actually, don't
Going
have the
into
hour
this.
drone, yeah, so they might be committing through. No, going to back away. A little bit of work done by Creven here in middle. And they're going roaming over towards elbow.
I think Lovers Rock going to try and play spoiler on this pit. Maybe catch a rotation on the other side of this. If BBL can find a kill, find a point of weakness here towards this B side hold. 7 and...
Yeah, they're both reading
both
it.
postured up here.
Right here.
Well, Rose reading the situation very well, going to flash out.
Oh, it is outrageously good for the Rock there.
Spoiler on the pit, Lovers Rock.
Yeah, it's got to be CNED to try and stop the flood. Good connection on the first, going to need a couple more, but you're right, it's Lovers Rock on spoiler, catching him in the heels. Leaving CNED and Cupid in a world of trouble.
They got a ton of space to rotate away from this as well. Now going to put LaRock in a position to play spoiler elsewhere.
It's a nasty push and pull game, this one now.
Cupid has to go huge here, and you want to get him ahead of this plant. Ideally, but Lovers Rock going to spot him.
And just the pit to allow the cross. He is going to have to work for his dinner. 13 seconds. They need to get the plant down, but
10 seconds
again,
left.
Cupid, I don't know what you're meant to do here. There's so much to handle. Lovers Rock
planted.
tipping the scales so heavily in their side, and CNED, nothing to do but die. BBL, 13-8, a 2-0 affair. But Mike.